Hello everyone, and welcome to a very special video here today. Before me is every video game I have ever finished. And there's a lot of them in my 25 years of gaming, maybe a little bit less. But about 25-ish years of gaming, I have completed about 200 video games. I honestly think there's probably a couple more that slipped through the cracks. This is to the best of my memory. I actually had to update this list like 3 times because I was like, oh yeah, I forgot about this game. I forgot about this game. But here we are. A lot of memories stacked onto each other here. And we're gonna be going down the list. So if you see a game that you can't wait for me to talk about, don't worry. We'll get to it. We're mostly going in alphabetical order here. Anyway, it's gonna be a hot minute of me talking, so let's just get started. In the front, Alan Wake, which it's a game that's become kind of a meme between me and my friend. This is actually a good opportunity because before I start each tier list, I like to put one in each category. And I think Alan Wake is a great game. Solid game. I haven't played the DLC, and I haven't played the remaster, and I don't know if I'm going to play the sequel, but the game as itself, pretty great. Let me just find some Arkham City that can be a favorite. What's a god tier game? God tier game. Well, it should get like pretty much my favorite game, God tier. Then we just need a good game. What's a good game? Probably like this Prince of Persia game. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. What's a mid game? Like having one in each category helps me, like, as we're going to know, you know, where we're at. So a nice mid game. This Shadow the Hedgehog game, that was pretty mid. Below mid. What was worse than that? Most of these WWE games. We'll talk about this later, but my brother, he was obsessed with the WWE games. I'll just throw, actually, this random indie game I played on Steam. And then no, like this is just a bad game. Honestly, there's not going to be a whole lot of bad games. I don't really finish games that are bad. You know what I mean? So we might actually leave that one blank. Like if a game is, because games are long, man. Odds are I'm not going to finish it if it's bad. You know what? Actually, I think we can put that there, and we can put this Walking Dead game in below mid. Okay. I'm pretty happy with that. Okay. Let's go back up to the top. We have Among Us. How does it go, Bubba? Which he might not answer because I did like message everyone, just like throw the stream on mute if you have to. Just put it on the background. I'm just trying to get my average viewership up. Among Us. I have not put that much time into Among Us, but I played a couple games. I got the idea. He's alive. I'm glad you're alive, buddy. Among Us. My wife fucking loves this game. Even though she never plays it, she watches streamers to this day. To this day, she'll watch streamers play this game. And she is just all about it. I've never in a million years did I think I'd live in a reality where my girlfriend turned wife would be watching Among Us Let's Plays all day. But, you know what? I'll put it in pretty good. Because if you actually get a group setting of people, you know, The boys and I in the chat actually played this one time. Like that was a fun time. It's a fun party game. Astro's Playroom. This is like your tech demo whenever you get the PS5. It's like a nice little mascot platformer, and it's cute. I think it's pretty good. Asura's Wrath. This was the last game I completed on, and I streamed this entire game. It's like a God of War beat 'em up clusterfuck. It's crazy. The ending kind of left a sour taste in my mouth because you have to buy a DLC that I can't even play because it's stuck on the last generation of consoles, or two generations ago, I should say. It was I definitely think it's better than all these games. We'll stick it up here for now. Batman Arkham Asylum. All the Arkham games slap. I'm confident putting all of them. Arkham City's like the best of them. Like, this shit changed what games of that generation were to me. But and then I played Asylum after City, which kind of, you know, tampered it a little bit. I actually liked Origins more. I don't know if I want to do these left to right. If we are, I'm going to do that. I'm going to put that back here. Put that like that. Okay. I'm happy with that. Arkham VR. This is like another tech demo. Oh, you just bought a VR game? You want to play Batman VR? It's actually probably below mid, because this is at least like, this is just a clunky game. This isn't even like a game. This is a fuck around with your new fancy toy kind of game. It has a really dope ending though. I like the ending. Battlefield Bad Company 1. The only Battlefield game I played. Didn't even play online, so this isn't really a fair assessment. But I thought it was pretty mid, to be honest. That might... I'm happy with where it's at. I'm just not a first-person shooter kind of guy. Bayonetta fucking slaps. Bayonetta is crazy. I'd say it's about as crazy as Asura's Wrath, but it also has like the Platinum Games thing going for it. Beyond Two Souls. This is like your choose your own adventure story game. You guys know I love those. I don't think it's quite up here. If you ever played like Heavy Rain, Detroit Become Human, it's by those guys. I honestly think it's the least memorable out of all of those games, so it's still a great game though. BioShock. I honestly didn't like BioShock as much as most people did. Like, people think it's like this atmospheric, like really like smart person's game, but it's just it's just a first person shooter with powers and a pretty good story with it. I think it's kind of overhyped. I actually like BioShock 2 more, if that says anything. Yeah, I'm the one guy. Brink. Everyone shits on this game, and for good reason. Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons. This is an interesting game. It's kind of like It Takes Two before It Takes Two came out. You're like a pair of brothers, older, one's younger, and you do have to play with another person. I played with my buddy, and I think I was the younger brother. And the story's pretty good. Definitely not as good as It Takes Two, but I have a review for it on my channel. If you want more in-depth thoughts, I have old reviews for a lot of these games. Brutal Legend. This is a really fun game. Like this, I remember I rented this from like my local movie game store, and I beat it in like a day or two. And then I replayed it. It holds up. It's a fun game. I would put it right here. Bully. A lot of games from my past here, man. Bully, I had never really. That was my first Rockstar game, and honestly, for my money, it's probably the best one I played. I haven't played that many, to be fair, but Bully's like a really stupid, mischievous game, and it knows that, but it's super fun. I don't know. I haven't played it in so long. I honestly should have another category for games I don't remember. But let's just say it's like right here. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Call of Duty Black Ops. Well, let's do Modern Warfare 2. That was actually a good game. I know some people are like, this is the best game of all time. Like a lot of Call of Duty fanboys, like that's like the best one. And that's the most I've ever been into Call of Duty was Modern Warfare 2. I actually played the campaign. I probably dropped a couple dozen hours into the online. That was like one of the first times I like had online play. It was really fun. A lot of good memories there. Black Ops was just kind of like, oh, we're doing it again, and it just didn't hit as hard. Black Ops is mid for me. I know a lot of people are like, what the fuck? Black Ops mid? Just for me, man. I'm sorry. Cloud Climber. This is like another random ass indie game that isn't even really a game. Catherine. One of the most Japanese games I've ever played. I don't know if I'd consider it like really great. I'm trying to remember what I gave it for my score. I want to say it's like a light 8. I'd probably put it right. It just has so much charm though. It's another platinum game. I think that's a safe spot. Child of Eden. So I didn't have a Kinect, which is kind of essential for this game, but I played with a controller. It's a music rhythm game, and it's beautiful. It has a amazing soundtrack, probably one of the best game soundtracks I've heard. And if you just want bright colors, just a game to veg out to, it's wonderful. Probably would put that the great games is probably going to be stacked. That's where most games go, because it's like, oh well, it's worth completing, but I also it's hard to get up here. Probably put it right there. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Civilization Revolution. I have dumped hundreds of hours into this game. Not even intentionally. It's a strategy game, and civilization games take hours and hours. It's like a dumbed down version of those. And since I'm a dumb person, I was like, oh, it's perfect for me. I've always wanted to. Yeah, it's a dumbed down civilization, but you know what? I actually recently got back into it because I wanted to get all the trophies, or achievements I should say, on my new Xbox account. So it was there. I was like, let's go down memory lane. Yeah, that's a favorite for me. Concrete Genie. I recently did a Let's Play of this. Yeah, I'm happy with that. It wasn't that enthralling, to be honest. Like, I know some people are like, oh my god, it's so artistic, and it's kind of boring. Danganronpa. Oops. Put that back. Danganronpa, a lot of people really like this game. It's a visual novel, horror themed. It's kind of like it's kind of like a murder mystery, like who killed it, but then you have to vote the murderer. There's an anime of it. It's really fun. I would say it is a good game, not a great game, in my opinion. I would put it right there. Dark Pictures, Man of Medan. Recently did a Let's Play of this one too. I am killing it on the Let's Plays, man. I liked it because, you know, I'm really into the story games. I don't think it's as good as Until Dawn, but, you know, it's not meant to be. It's supposed to be like a little mini game. I would still consider it good, though. Probably put it back there. Skyrim. I'm not a huge Skyrim fanboy. Like, I say that even though it's probably in my top 10 games. But Skyrim, for me, I've started like 10 profiles, and I just can't get past like that like 20-hour mark. But everything up until then, it's always new and different. I just need to get that one profile where I dump as much hours as everyone else has. And I'm not even into like the mods or anything. Like, I feel like there's a day in the future where I'm gonna be even more into this game. It's just not today. Still probably one of my favorites. Yeah, I'm gonna put it up here in God tier. Dark Void. I mean, this is this is actually a pretty fun, for what it is, like third-person action shooter, but you have like this jetpack. That's not where I'm putting it. I just want to talk with my hands. Dark Void, it's kind of like Anthem, like where you're a guy like with a jetpack and you like have complete control over where you're flying. It's basically like Star Fox 64, but you're a guy with a jetpack and guns and rockets, and I did not give a fuck about the story for this game. This is probably the only game where I skipped all the cutscenes. A part of me actually has like a weird fondness for this game. I'm gonna put it up here. Destroy All Humans. This is the remake. I never finished the original, but it's, yeah, I would say it's either the top of this or the bottom of this. Is it better than Prince of Persia, though? I'm going to put it right here, actually. That's a good spot. Detroit Become Human is a great game. Honestly, I'm going to put it in the front of this. I know, again, some people shit on those games. They call them cringe. I'm kind of cringe. What can I say? I just love the story games. Like, you can tell Mass Effect 2 is like my favorite game, so. Okay, now we have a slew. I don't even know if this is all of them. But yeah, a slew of Dragon Ball Z games, mostly from the PS2 era. Ironically, like nowadays, like the best Dragon Ball games are coming out. You have like Xenoverse. Oh, I don't have Kakarot. Boom, the first game that we forgot about. Dragon Ball Kakarot, which I'd probably put in that's pretty good. Probably the top of that. So there's one I forgot already. But all these other ones, like Dragon Ball Fighters, I have not put nearly enough time into to feel confident that I finished it. I've only like messed around, really. And Xenoverse, I don't know, it wasn't the right time or place for me. I know a lot of people like those games though, but I can talk to you all day about these games. Budokai is pretty simple. By the time I got around to playing Budokai, well, no, I think this was actually my first one. I actually played this at like some other kid's house. Like, I think I was stuck in like someone else's, like, I'm like 6, and then like the mom was like, oh, there's a PS2 in there, do you want to play some Dragon Ball? And I was like, hell yeah. And he had all the characters. I was like, whoa. So that's actually a good game. Budokai 2 though took it up a notch. Yeah, Budokai 2 slaps. I'm sorry. They had a million more characters, the fusions. I actually like the little board game thing they did. I know that's a mixed opinion, but Budokai 3 though is potentially the greatest Dragon Ball game of all time. Not for my money, but a lot of people think that, and for good reason. Gonna put it right there. Dragon Ball Budokai Tenkaichi. Honestly, this is the first game that gave it like that new style of fighting, a bunch of characters, what if stories. Honestly, I'm gonna move some of these around. Yeah, Budokai Tenkaichi 2. Honestly, this one I actually played after Tenkaichi 3, so it was just kind of... it was kind of underwhelming after you already played 3. So for me, I would say it's... Honestly, probably right here. Budokai Tenkaichi 3, though. The story for this one is, like, pretty good. I don't like the format for it, but they do have a lot of fun what-if stories. But the real reason you play this game is it's probably, like, the best. Like, if you have a bunch of anime nerds and a lot of Dragon Ball heads, if you just want a fun party game with a stupid amount of characters, the most amount of characters in any Dragon Ball game, probably for like the next couple decades. It was a lot of characters, and that was like one of the things that that's what made it so fun. You want to unlock everybody and see all the little interactions with the characters, and on top of that, by now they've perfected this style of game. I'm gonna put it right here. Honestly, I'm gonna put it right there. No. Ah, that's a hard one. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Burst Limit. This game is pretty mid. This was like the first time Dragon Ball was like on the 360. It was like, oh my god, it looks beautiful. It was just kind of lifeless though. It didn't have many characters at all. It went to the Cell games and that was it. The combat, like, you know, the combat for all of these games can get old pretty fast. But Burst Limit, it became pretty dry pretty fast. Dragon Ball Sagas is below that. This is just not a good game. I'd say it's better than Brink. Yeah, better than Batman Arkham VR. I don't even actually know. I take that back. I have better memories with Arkham VR. Sagas is just dog shit. Say no more. Dragon Ball Raging Blast 2 might be... This is the best fighting game. Maybe not because of Fighter Z, but for me, the ones I've played, I put a stupid amount of hours into Raging Blast 2. It's honestly pretty incredible. This is the first time you saw like Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta and Broly. Yeah, honestly, I'm gonna put it right there. I hate to have this like random divide where it's like Dragon Ball game, story game, Bayonetta, but you know, just going with what my heart feels. The Stanley Parable, probably the funniest game I've ever played. It's also technically a walking simulator. I don't have the time to properly describe this game. Just know it's the most witty game I've ever played. It's a great game. I have better memories with it than... Ooh. Is it better than Child of Eden? This is so hard, man. I didn't know how hard it would be to actually, like, rank... Because a lot of these games I played, like, 5 years ago versus 10 years ago. So it's, like, really getting hard to, like, find the minute feelings for a lot of these. I think right here is a solid point. iToy. This was a little game that came... It was kind of like a Kinect game for the PS2. And yes, it came with like a little camera with a little... like you could see yourself on screen and then you like punch or interact with the things on screen by moving your body. You could also like make little videos and stuff like that, like little skits or something. My cousins and brother and I, we went a little wild with iToy, man. Honestly, iToy, this is hard to say because it's honestly probably dog shit. I'm just going based off of my memories. I would say it's on par with Among Us. Yeah. The Fable games. Fable 1 is god tier. It's aged like dog shit. But I honestly can't see myself not putting it in my top 10. When I played this game for the first time, like it changed a lot for me. Like what role-playing games were, just kind of like how I like found like my niche for things I like. Like, oh, I like fun adventure things that are kind of lighthearted but also like have serious turns and characters, and I love the magic. I love your character turning to this monster or angel. The morality system, it's amazing. Fable 2, by the time I got around to this, it was honestly pretty old. I probably played this in like 2016 or something like that. It's still a pretty great game. I would probably put it right here. They do a lot wrong with it too. They kind of dropped the ball in some aspects, but some aspects were really cool. Fable 3 though was, how many viewers we got? 4. So if we can just stick at that number. Honestly, just by waiting, I probably would have hit that threshold anyway. It's just because I had a couple streams where I had like one person from like a couple weeks ago, and those are still holding me back. But just to ensure we hit our mark. Anyway, though, Fable 3. This is honestly a fun game. It's just I was so offended. Like, I remember when I reviewed this back in the day, I gave it like a 1 out of 5, which would mean it'd be down here. But honestly, now that I've gained clarity, it's just that they kind of ruined the franchise. There's not been a Fable game since because of this game being so lackluster. I think I'm going to put it at the top of mid. Because honestly, it has a lot of really fun mechanics. I'm just so hurt with what they did. Fairly Odd Parents. Nickelodeon actually had some pretty fun games. Like, this is like what the PS2 era was all about. Just licensed platformers, and some of them are pretty good. That's all I'm gonna say. Honestly, I'm gonna put it up here. Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout. I was really into Fall Guys for a minute, honestly, because I look at all these games and I'm like, they're not as good as Fall Guys, man. Fall Guys, I'm gonna put in my favorites. Fall Guys, at its peak for me, was amazing. I had a lot of fun with it. We're actually going through like the Fall Guys renaissance right now, and I'm not even playing it anymore, but it is what it is. It's a game I can always come back to, no matter what. Fallout 3, God tier. I should probably rank these accordingly. Ooh, these are like neck and neck. I'm trying to remember. I'm gonna put Fable here. I'm trying to remember what I had on my, because I have a video on my channel which is like my top 10 games, and I know these are all on there. I just don't know what order they're in. Fallout 4 is a great game. Honestly though, I can't even put it up here. Pokemon, where's Pokemon? We're going in alphabetically, my man. You can't wait till we get to the P's. Fallout 4, I gotta play it again, but I remember having a pretty sour taste in my mouth while playing it. I still think it's better than like, I'd probably put it right here. Fable 2 and Fallout 4 are actually pretty comparable for games that like should have been my favorite games of all time, but they were just really good. They're just not amazing. Fallout New Vegas though, God tier. They're all gonna be God tier. I can tell you right now that they are not. Fallout 3 and New Vegas might as well be the same game. I kind of look at them that way because they're basically the same game. This is basically an expansion for this game. But I have more memories with this one, but this is honestly the better one. Far Cry 3 is also a favorite. I just haven't played it in a hot minute. Probably, is this so... No, I guess these would be my favorite first-person shooters. But then Far Cry 3, all God. I can tell you right now that at least one of them is going to be mid. Far Cry 4 is a really good game. Definitely not as good as 3, though. I try to play a Far Cry game like every 3 years, you know? Because they pump them out like every other year, and I'll catch up eventually. But I'm not like in a rush. And if you don't like space them out like that, you need to let the heart grow fonder by missing them. Yeah, I would put it right here. I think that's a solid spot. Final Fantasy X, God tier, easy God tier. Honestly, right there. The first and only game that ever made me cry. Final Fantasy X has one of the best stories, great memes, and probably the most interested I've ever been into like a turn-based like 3-man strategy game. Final Fantasy 15, Dougie, I know you played this one. I wasn't really that big on it. Ha ha ha. Why you laughing at me? Are you laughing at me or my salty opinions? Final Fantasy, how are you gonna come in here, my love, just to laugh at me? Hell no, it is not God tier. Not even close. I don't think it's as good as most of these. I honestly want to go back and oh, the Final Fantasy X meme, obviously. Yeah, I should have got that. Final Fantasy 15 was a lot of fun. It also was way too long. I was not nearly as invested in the story. The characters are actually good, but not nearly as good as 15. Probably put that like right. I'll put it above Arkham Asylum. Okay, that's being generous. Okay, that's being generous. Flower. This game's fucking beautiful. I love Flower. Honestly, yeah. Maybe you should play more games, Dougie. Have you played any of the games above it? Can you talk shit then? Flower is I want to put it above Final Fantasy 15 just to piss you off, but This is a game that needs to be replayed. I'll put it right here. Better than Budokai 2, though? Yeah, it is. Honestly, I'm going to put it right... I'm going to put it right here. But that's like with an asterisk that like I know when I replay it, it's going to go up. I too tired to play video games. Video games is something you do when you're tired. Because all you're doing is pressing buttons. Star Wars The Force Unleashed 2. I never played the first one. Yes. The first Force Unleashed game I never played. My brother bought this one. This is what pissed me off about my brother. He would buy games at like full price, play them for like an hour, and then that would be it. Never played it again. And then I would be like, well, we got to get our money's worth. So I played all of Force Unleashed 2. Don't worry. I get the whole being too tired to play games too, Dougie. I don't get it at all. Then again, I fall asleep during movies all the time. So there's that. This is like a fun action game. I would say I'd probably put it right here. Apparently, a lot of people don't like this game, though, who played the first one. Sleep app is a bitch sometimes. I understand. Gears of War 1, I remember being pretty good, but not... I remember... Okay, I'm going to be honest. I know my love is in here, and she's a big Gears of War player. The first time I played this game, I was actually pretty uninterested, and then by the time I beat it, I was just like a little upset with it because there were some parts of the game I was really annoyed with. I did like Gears of War 2. I honestly think this would be... I'm trying to go based off of my memory of like a decade and a half ago. Or probably like a decade ago. I'll put it above my Dragon Ball game, just for you, my love. I would say that's pretty accurate, though. As long as you don't say you like Judgment Day, I am okay. Never played it, so it's not on here. Ghost of Tsushima. Ghost of Tsushima. That's Ghost of Tsushima. I can't get the TSU, the that's. Ghost of Tsushima. It sucked ass. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Ghost of Tsushima is god tier. I fucking love this game. If I had an updated top 10 games of all time list, it'd probably be up there. Honestly, it's better than Final Fantasy X. I just don't know if my memories and nostalgia will allow me to put it up there. Once I sink more hours into it, though, it'll be up there. God of War 1. This is a great game. God of War 1. Where am I going to put it, though? I'm probably going to put it... I'll put it right there. I was late to the party on God of War, so by the time I got around to them, I just burned through God of War 1 and 2. And like that was around the time God of War 3 came out. And I didn't have a PS3, so it took me a lot longer to get to that one. So God of War 2, though, is probably up here. God of War 2 is pretty phenomenal. They kind of mastered what the first game was all about. Story was bigger, better. It kind of blew me away. God of War Ascension. This was like, oh, we want to make more money off God of War, but the story's over. Let's do a prequel, even though it doesn't really make sense. It's still a God of War. It's still a decent God of War game, though. I'll put it right here. Yeah, I'm happy with that. God of War 3. Oh, you home? Hi. Hi.
The switch is in here.
The switch is in here? Oh. Come on in. Grab the switch.
You got mail from your sister, by the way.
You said what?
You got mail from your sister, by the way.
That's my mail that I sent to her. Yeah. It's okay though.
Just put that back in there.
Okay. Where would you put God of War 3, my love?
I never played
It's a great game, I know. I knew it. I knew we were on the same wavelength.
Yeah, that part.
Remember when he killed Poseidon? That was pretty dope.
I only know the memes. Boy.
Yeah, this is before the memes.
I don't know if that was 3 or not, but I just know boy.
Boy. I honestly don't think it's better than the first one. I was just so late to the party. I was playing this whenever my wisdom teeth got taken out. And then, like, it was one of my first Let's Plays. And I remember the Let's Play was fucking up, so that annoyed me. The puzzles were, like, at this point, like, when you're just killing god after god, epic boss battle, and then, like, you're stuck on a puzzle for, like, 45 minutes.
then again, like I've noticed with you, puzzle games are not your strong suit.
No. Well, it's even worse when I'm streaming because, like...
Well, I meant, like, even with Resident Evil, you, like, got really frustrated with those, too.
Yeah, well, again, I was streaming with that.
Oh, yeah.
Or doing Let's Plays. It's just so much more annoying when I'm being recorded and I'm, like, being pressed for time. And, like, I don't want to waste other people's time. So
And then you feel dumb.
Yeah, and then I
feel
feel
like
dumb.
rushed.
Yeah. Like, back when I was, like, 14, I had no problem with, like, the puzzles in God of War because I had all day. I'll figure it out. Now it's just like, nope. Like, my time is a lot more precious now. And they're not nearly as rewarding to me. Like, I like, back in the day, I'd get that satisfaction, but now it's just like, oh, okay, next part. I would say it's same level with the first one. The new God of War, though, is... I want to put it in God tier, but I need to replay it. Honestly, I was like so rushing this game because I was anticipating whatever I was playing after it. So I never fought the Valkyries. There's like a lot of things I didn't know you could do after the game. So I wouldn't mind replaying this before the new one comes out. I say that even though that comes out in like 2 months, and I definitely don't have time for that. Gone Home, this is a really good story game. I don't really remember it though, but let's just say it's like right here. Grand Theft Auto 4. Monkey Brain can't do puzzles. No, I cannot. I will happily accept that. I want to watch you do a Let's Play where you do puzzles though, Dougie. Let's see how you do. Grand Theft Auto 4, the only one I've ever played. I don't understand the hype. Like, people would be like, you gotta play Grand Theft Auto 4. It's amazing. And then I'll watch them play, and then they just fuck around and, like, kill hookers. And I'm just like, okay. And then the story is honestly kind of cringe sometimes. Like, I never understood the hype. I liked it, though. It's still a good game. I would say it's, like... right here for me. The Guitar Hero games. Honestly, I played a decent... You said what? No. I honestly played a couple more than that. These are just like the 2 that I know. I did the whole story and that I did all the songs. The third one, I remember a couple of songs in here. I would just turn this game on, play those songs. That's it. They had, like, I think Cult of Personality on here, which is, like, around the time CM Punk was doing his thing. So I was like, oh, my God. You could do Let's Plays. You really wanted to at one point, if you remember. I'm going to put this... They all kind of blur together, so it's hard to put them that high. Yeah, I'll put it right here. I'd get nothing done. Because I laugh too hard when you start to troll me. That's not true. Like, if you played, like, your DC Universe game or something, I can see you. Like, you just gotta find the right game for you. Me. Yeah. PS1... You said what? Oh. PS1 Harry Potter. This is when I was, like, getting really into retro gaming, and I thought I was, like, this critic, and I have a website where I review things, and I'm gonna play everything, even if it's trash. Which it was. I mean, it's literally, like... I mean, I also played this when I was a kid. I have some fond memories of it. Honestly, I'll put it right here. Yeah, that's a good spot for it. The second one, though, Chamber of Secrets, was actually really fun because you actually got to run around Hogwarts and there's like little boss battles and it's cute. I would say it's on par with the Fairly Odd Parents game. This one, you also got to run around Hogwarts. They're trying to look like the movie. They're trying to have like this movie realism thing, and it was not ready for that. They kind of look terrible. Especially if you play on the PS2. It was still fun though. I just have to be more realistic because, like, if Fable 3 is down here, yeah, let's be more realistic with our choices here. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Harry Potter Quidditch. So you can imagine me. I'm like 12. I rented this from my local video game place, and I loved it. Like, I went back and replayed it again when I started to do my retro collecting, and I was like, oh, it's old. It's old. But it's still fun. I have some fond memories of this. I'm gonna put it above Gears 4. Harvest Moon: A Wonderful Life. Recently, you work tomorrow? I do. Harvest Moon: A Wonderful Life is a phenomenal game. Recently had the remaster announced. Reacted to that. Super excited. I have more memories of this game than most of these combined. However, it can be kind of clunky. Like, I really expected to put it up here, but like now that some of these are right here, I'm like, oh, maybe right here. I do like it more than Bayonetta. I do honestly like it more than Tenkaichi 3. I like it more than Beyond. This is so hard. I'm a sticker right there, but after the remaster, I'm hoping it'll shoot to the heavens. Heavy Rain. I'm the one guy who loves all these games. Better than Beyond, not as good as Harvest Moon. Infamous. This is a good game. I played Second Son first, so like it was kind of like going backwards. I would say right there. Yeah. Infamous 2 is a great game though. Put it above Alan Wake. Put it above Batman, actually. Yeah, it's a good spot for it. Infamous Second Son is even better than that. I don't think it's like my favorites though. Probably put it right there. Honestly, I feel like I'm overhyping Bayonetta a little bit. I want to take Bayonetta a little bit back. The Injustice games. I have these on this list because I did complete the story for both of these. My love and I actually played Injustice 2. I actually like these more than Mortal Kombat. They held my interest more. Obviously, I know the characters more. I thought the combat's super fun. It's just hard for me to stick with fighting games unless like I absolutely love them. But I would still say they're good games. I'll stick them right here. That's a good spot. That's a good spot. Jak and Daxter. Memories Incarnate. I think this is my first PS2 game, actually. And then I never beat it, but then I went back when I was much older and completed it. Probably one of the best collectathon platformers. I'll put it right there. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Jurassic Park Operation Genesis. This is basically like The Sims, but you're controlling a Jurassic Park. Like you make the environments, you choose the dinosaurs, and then if you want to like maybe leave the gate open, then they kill everybody you can. It's honestly a lot of fun. Haven't played it in like 20 years though. So it's kind of hard to go off that. I'll put it right there. The Katamari games. I would say, well, the first one I didn't like as much as Beautiful Katamari. That was like the first one I played, so I was just kind of baffled. Put it right there. And Beautiful Katamari is like the bottom of great. I actually liked it more than those. Liked it more than Alan Wake. Yeah. Kingdom Hearts. We're about to hit all the Kingdom Hearts games. Going in order. Number 1, God tier. And if you go to my top 10 video games list, I only had 1 game per franchise. But if we're counting all the games, yeah, a lot. 1 and 2 are both God tier. I honestly like it more than Skyrim and Fable, and Kingdom Hearts 2 is, well, we'll do Chain of Memories first. Chain of Memories, I don't care what this one back here says. The story is essential. And if you actually take the time to care about the combat, it can be pretty fun too. If anything, my big complaint is
the card-based system.
No, like just the empty ass worlds. Like you meet Aladdin, but it's like virtual Aladdin who is gonna forget about you in 20 minutes. So that was probably the worst part of the game. Some of the boss battles, I remember fighting Larxene in this game, and literally the most I've ever been upset, the most I don't throw my controllers, I don't do like the rage stuff, but I made an exception for Larxene. And then you could play as Riku for like the first time. A lot of great things about this game. This one never beat it, so she can't even talk back there.
Because the card-based
The cards.
so fucking stupid.
She's talking shit about the card system, which, yeah, the card system is kind of whack.
Okay, then. You can't fucking say that.
It's not like, okay, whack is not the term I should have used. It's not, like, it's not fantastic. I don't think I'm going to put it that high. I'd put it right here. I'm comfortable with that. Kingdom Hearts 2, though, top 5 games ever. Kingdom Hearts 2 is amazing. The heart of what Kingdom Hearts is, the story, the gameplay, the boss battles, the music, everything about it, fantastic. Birth by Sleep, which I'm kind of cheating. I only beat Aqua's story. We're kind of playing Terra's story. So for right now, as a somewhat uncompleted game. You're a cheater. I'll put it. I'll put it right here. And that's mostly just for like the story. 358 Days Over 2. I'm gonna be the one guy that liked 358 Days Over Birth by Sleep, but I beat this game literally in like 2.5 days. Like, I came home, I remember like just vegging out on the couch that night, sunk a bunch of hours into it. That next day, all I did, played it the next morning, beat the game. And it's like a 30-hour game. Just something about the story. It's super repetitive, but just something about it I fell in love with. I'm going to put it down here. And I really had a soft spot for the story. And just something about the DS at that point in time in my life. It's a super intimate, like, handheld experience. Loved it. Kingdom Hearts 0.2, a fragmentary passage. This is the Aqua game, which is like only like 2 or 3 hours long. It's kind of just like your tech demo for Kingdom Hearts 3. It was still a good game though. I'll put it, and it's still Kingdom Hearts, so you still have like the banging music, you still have all that. So I'll put it right here. Kingdom Hearts 3. Didn't live up to the hype, but nothing was gonna live up to the hype of this game for me, man. There was some creative choices I strongly disagree with, but it is still probably one of the best combat experiences in Kingdom Hearts. If you play the DLC, it honestly raises it to be an even better experience. I'm gonna put it right. LOL. Oh, because Pokemon. Yeah. I'm gonna put it right here. I think I'm overhyping Beyond Two Souls a little bit. What's with all the commentary back there? You have no stakes, in my opinion, on Beyond Two Souls. I know. All right, The Last of Us Part 1 and 2. Definitely need to replay the first game, because I remember when I beat this game, I was like, oh, this is like one of my favorite games of all time. And like, as time has gone on, like that memory has just gotten farther and farther away. But still, as a memory that needs to be replenished, I'm gonna put it in favorites. Like, if I got Far Cry 3 up here, I gotta have The Last of Us. Honestly, I'll put that above God of War 2. Last of Us Part 2, not as good as the first one. Probably the most divisive game of all time. I definitely liked it more than most people. The combat is still great, even if you hate the story. There's a lot of things about the story that nitpicked me, but I still think it was a great story. Probably put it right there. I think that's like, the more I think about it, I'll put it right there. I'm happy with that. Do I like? I think I'm sure. I don't need it. I don't need it twice. Left 4 Dead. This game, you know, it's finished, but it's a game it's like an hour or two long. You're supposed to do like multiple playthroughs, and I did a couple. And I remember one summer the entire summer practically, I spent at a buddy's house. And I played all his games, and we loved Left 4 Dead. That's where I spent most of my time with this game. It should be higher, but this is just because, again, I need to spend more time with it. Lego Star Wars. These games are super fun, and this is like when it first came out. I was like a pioneer of this game. This is just because the memory's fading, but I am gonna put it. I'll put it right here. Better than Force Unleashed. And honestly, I think I did play the sequel. Again, I don't remember. We're about to hit all the Life is Strange games. I actually really like Life is Strange. I like it more than the first one, at least. Oh God, like a part of me, because I know some people really hate this game. They think it's cringe, but the first time I played this game, I thought it was a lovely experience, man. And that's the memory I'm going off of, so it's up here. Because I do think it's better than all these. I will stand by that. Life is Strange 2, I remember liking it about as much, but not as much. And when you're doing a tier list like that, that little gap can be a very big difference maker. Better than Beyond Two Souls. Well, actually, no, that's not true. Oh God, yeah, the gap. It's still a great game. Oh my God, yeah, I'll put it right there. No. This might be unfair, but I think, yeah. Some of these I might move around. We'll move around later. True Colors, this is basically the DLC game. Yeah, it's pretty good, but it's not like gonna be in my top 10 games or anything. I'll put it right there. True Colors. The games finally don't look like the graphics are like from PS2 era. The story didn't hit as hard as the first two for me. It's much more subtle, but that's kind of what I like about it. I would say it's about as good as 2. At this point, though, the series is kind of losing interest for me. I'll put it right there. I'll put it right there, actually. Okay. Limbo. I know a couple people, this is like their favorite game. For me, though, I just need the artistic indie games. Sometimes I just need a little bit more, unfortunately. Lord of the Rings: The Two Towers. This again was like, I'm like a retro game collector and I want to play everything. I'm not even like a big Lord of the Rings guy, but some people have really good memories with this game. Like, I know some people, this is like on their top 10. Not for me though. Honestly, yeah, it's gonna go in mid. I have very few memories of this. And I tried to play the first one, couldn't do it. Tried to play the third one, couldn't do it. Okay, we're getting into the Mario games. Super Mario 64 is a great game. Again, this is from a person who didn't play it until... Well, I played it as a kid. I just never beat it until recently. So... there are a lot of people who like this game a lot more than me. It's better than these. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Honestly, it's better than Child of Eden. I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. Mario Baseball, though, this game I did play at the right time period on the GameCube, and I had a lot of fun with it. I would say it's side by side with Mario 64. Nostalgia is a powerful beast. Like, this is what I'm talking about. This is like the best Mario game to a lot of people, but I only recently played it. I'm gonna put it... Again, nostalgia, like, it's just not there for me. right there. I'm sorry. Okay, the Mass Effect games. I already put Mass Effect 2 up here in God tier as an example. The first game is not nearly as good as 2. The first time I played this game, I was really struggling. It's clunky as hell. A lot of the leveling up system, the armor system, the menus are actually bad. The quest system is bad, but the story and the characters and the choose your own adventure morality system, this is where it all began. And I would still say it's a great game, just not that great of a game. I would say it's right there for me. Mass Effect 3, though, I'm glad I recently replayed this. It really put into perspective the journey for me. Now that I knew going into it, oh, the ending's gonna be bad. Even though I knew that, though, with the DLC, it felt like I kind of finally got closure for this game. And I would say it's right there for me. Andromeda, people shit on it. I still really like it, though. Need to replay it. I'll put it... I just don't want to get clowned on, but I don't care. Yeah. Put it right there. Mirror's Edge. This game is beautiful. It's a first-person platformer, so it's basically parkour in first person. You play as this really stealthy, nimble Asian chick, and it's badass. The great games section, again, we knew it was going to be stacked. I'm going to put it right here. I'm happy with that. Another game I need to replay. Okay, we're about to hit all the Naruto games. Keep in mind, this is actually my favorite one, Rise of Ninja. I rented this game, and I loved it. I beat it in a day. I actually called in sick from school that day, and it was one of the best memories ever. It goes up to the Gaara fight, but it's by Ubisoft actually, so it's a really fun open world. Honestly, I'll put above Far Cry 4. It's a better Ubisoft game than Far Cry 4. I might... No, that's a good spot for it. Okay, all these other ones, though, are gonna be kind of... Ultimate Ninja 1... mid, sorry. Oh, this is Ultimate Ninja 2, which I remember being better, but also probably, I'll put it at the bottom of good. Ultimate Ninja 1 is mid. Ooh, I see another game we missed, unless it's just not in alphabetical order. But Clash of Ninja 1 and 2, yeah, I think we're missing Clash of Ninja 1. Again, this is me going back and playing retro games for the sake of it, and this honestly had a better fighting system than Ultimate Ninja, but there's literally 9 characters. It's not that substantial. If burst limit is down here, then this is down here. This one, though, is actually pretty good. I'll put it right there. Because you get a little taste of the village, and the mission selecting thing was kind of fun. The story is just kind of abysmal. Never Alone, I did a Let's Play of this. Honestly, as time has gone on, it's just looked more and more mid. Put it right here. Product number 3. Out of that time period when I was just playing old retro games, this honestly was kind of a gem from that period. Like, it wasn't honestly that good, but like, I had a fondness for it. I really wanted this girl to be in Smash Bros. Actually, because she's kind of perfect for it. I'm actually gonna put it above Among Us. I'm gonna put it right there. All right, the Pokemon section. We finally made it. I'm gonna try to go in order. Well, I'll do the spin-offs first. Pokemon Channel is a good game where you just watch TV. I like it more than these. Pokemon Coliseum is a great game that I have a lot of nostalgia for. Put it... Fuck you. You're struggling with your game? I think that's a good spot. Do I like it? No. Mirror's Edge is better. Okay, Pokemon Leaf Green. This is where it really began for me. I played a couple of games. You play Pokemon Sun? Yeah, I played like every generation except I skipped Sun 2 because that was a sequel. And I skipped Brilliant Diamond because it's a remake I just didn't care about. We have it though. I should get around to playing that. Leaf Green. This is where it started for me. I'm super nostalgic for this time period. I'm gonna put it right here. Then after Leaf Green, I moved on to Pokemon Pearl. This is the one I spent a couple hundred hours playing. This was like when I was trying to actually get every single Pokemon, and I got pretty close. There was like some mythicals and some like Spiritomb I never got, but like I got as close as we could. I was actually trying to level them up. I don't think I didn't even get a shiny in it though, but I would say I think God of War should go above Beyond Two Souls, and then Pokemon Pearl should be above Beyond Two Souls. Pokemon, no. After that, it was Soul Silver, which is God tier. I sunk probably 1,000 hours, not even lying, into Pokemon Soul Silver. That's the story. I literally just would spend time leveling up my Pokemon to like level 50, breeding, all the like little side things you can do in this game. This is Pokemon at its peak. You have the walking around system. This is when they still actually cared about adding like all the little things. You can go back to Gen 1, fight Red. So this was the total package, and never really lived up to this ever again for me. Not as good as Kingdom Hearts though. Well, if we're talking the first Kingdom Hearts, yeah. After that, it was kind of a drop off for Pokemon Black, but you know, still a really good game. I remember Black being a lot of fun, like, but this is when like the new Pokemon designs were starting to bother me. I beat the game, I tried to collect everything, but like I wasn't like that bent out of shape about it. Put it right here. Then, oh, I skipped Platinum. I mean, Platinum is just a better version of Pearl. I'll put it above Pearl, even though I spent more time with Pearl. I literally bought this game just so I could get Giratina. How fucking sad is that? I have like 40 of them in Pokemon Go now, and they cost like $1. Back then though, man, I would buy a whole game. Oh, an Emerald. Cause I played Emerald like after like Platinum. I again was just trying to fill out my Pokedex. Honestly, I don't think, is it better than Gen 4? I think it's a better game than Pearl, but I have more nostalgia for that one. So I'm going to put it side by side with Leaf Green. I'm going to move back Beyond Two Souls even farther. I don't know why I put that so high to begin with. Yeah, okay. I'm happy with that. You could get Giratina and Pearl. Who was I trying to get? Yeah, you could. But you couldn't get it in this form. I guess I should have clarified. I just wanted the different form. And I couldn't get Dialga. So I wanted to get Dialga. Pokemon Y. I looked at my old review for this game, and it says I gave it a good score, so I'm trying to go off of that memory. I honestly dumped a lot of this out of my memory bank, though. I want to say it was better than Black. I'll put it side by side with Black. Pokemon Sun. This is like where Pokemon kind of died for me. Like, I bought it, I tried to get the Pokemon that are in this game, and I just gave up. I gave up on the Ultra Beast missions. I just didn't give a shit about my Pokedex, and they all just kind of sat on the Sun file. All my Pokemon, like, I moved them all from game to game. After Sun, though, I was like, I'm kind of tapping out. I didn't like the map. I didn't like the new Pokemon. I didn't like the gym system. This is like when the story is starting to just turn into a shit show. Probably gonna put it mid. Is I said it was gonna be mid earlier, but you know, that's kind of mean. I'm gonna put it down here. I'll put it right here. Pokemon, there were no gyms. Exactly. They had the whatever, like the chief people you battle, and then like the chief Pokemon. The equivalent to a gym system. I'm sorry that we have to get so technical here. All right. And we're gonna start speed running these because I do gotta go to bed at some point. Pokemon Stadium 2. I need to refresh my memory banks on it. I'll put it right here. Pokemon Snap. Better than The Last of Us 2. I have so much memories with this game. New Pokemon Snap. Didn't hit quite the same, but still a lot of fun. Pokemon Shield. A lot of things I hate about this game. Those kind of make it kind of sour for me. The first DLC is dog shit. Put it... No. I'll put it right here. Pokemon Go. Obviously, this is God tier. I wouldn't spend so much time with it otherwise. Probably put it right there. Even though, again, I put way too much time into it. Well, that's unfortunate that they're bringing those back. Legends Arceus, though. Great refresher for the Pokemon games. Once it was over, though, like, it kind of just left like this big empty feeling where it's like, oh, I did everything. I'm not... All the side missions are completely useless. Like, is it better than like the ones I have all the nostalgia for? Probably not. I will put it above Emerald. Portal, very fun game. Not as big of a Portal guy as most people, though. You making a ruckus over there? It sounds like you are. Power Rangers Rescue. This is like a Nintendo 64 game I dumped too much time into. I literally was like 6 when I played this. So if you act 6-year-old me, it's God tier. But I'm just gonna put it down here as a, I don't remember. Remember Me. This is a really great game. Maybe not really great, but I had a lot of fun with it. There's a review. Yeah, and then they kind of ruined the shiny hunting method, though. Not ruined, but they dampened it. I'm gonna say it's right here. Resident Evil 4, God tier. Top 10 games, easy. Easy God tier. It might be at the bottom, though. Yeah, that's fair. Resident Evil 5 is pretty good, I guess. I'm gonna put it right there. Okay, fair enough. Resident Evil Village. When I was playing this game, I got kind of upset with the puzzles and like I wasn't having that much fun. The second half of this game, though, really turned around for me. I was having a lot of fun towards the end. I'm gonna say it's at the bottom of great games. Rick and Morty VR. This is again VR game. It's still probably right here. Rock Band, probably my favorite of the music games. The birthday where I got this was like game changing for me. I put a lot of hours into this one. Saints Row 2, my favorite Saints Row game. I would say it's probably around here. Saints Row 3 wasn't as big as into this one. I remember it was still really good though. Put it at the bottom of great. Shadow of the Colossus is a favorite. Put it down here. Better than Life is Strange. Better than Far Cry 3. Better than Fall Guys. And better than God of War 2. I would say that's a safe spot. Just need to replay it. Shaman King, Power of Spirit. This is a Shaman King game. I actually played this before I watched the anime. This is why I watched the anime. It's also like a grid-based strategy game. I don't know what they were thinking on that one. It was still decent. Put at the top of mid. I'll put it right here. Right here. The Sly Cooper games are all great. Great. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Sly 2 is where it gets even better, though. Sly 3. I need to replay that one. That's the only one I haven't replayed, but I remember the first time I played it, it was better than 2. Sonic Adventure 2, another old-time favorite for me, just bundled up in nostalgia. Probably even better than... I think it's better than Shadow of the Colossus. For now. The Soul Calibur games. Probably put this... I'm safe with that one. I go to bed now. I will see you in the morning or whenever I see. Yeah, I'll see you in the morning. Soul Calibur 4, I will quickly throw. Pretty good. Better than the Injustice games, I would say. Yeah, I'm happy with that. South Park Stick of Truth, great game. Ooh, we're getting into the tough ones. Fractured But Whole, honestly, is just like side by side with it. Spider-Man PS4. It might be some of these I'm just gonna raise up to God tier. They might as well be up there. It's just where in there do I want to put it? Honestly, as time has gone on, I would put Spider-Man over Res 4. Just because I need to replay Res 4. Spider-Man Miles Morales is like the DLC game, so it doesn't hit nearly as hard. Still a wonderful game, though. I might slide Remember Me back just by one. Miles Morales. Yeah. The Spider-Man PS2 games are top of mid. The second one, though, was actually a really good game. Put that right there. Spyro the Dragon. Recently played this. This is the... Imagine I'm just doing the remaster. Right there. Star Fox 64, great memories. Like one of the first games I ever played. Haven't given it like a really good, strong playthrough in a long time, though. Definitely need to. Jedi Fallen Order. Wonderful, wonderful game. Put it right there. Stray. I think the most recent game I finished. I would say it was really good. Wasn't like mind-blowing or anything, but I thought it was really good. Put it right there. Super Smash Bros. Brawl. Well, actually, I'll go in order. Melee is one of my favorites. Brawl would be below that. Kind of substantially below that, to be honest. Yeah, I'm happy with that. And then Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is God tier. Probably gonna put it right. I know if you go based off my top 10 games video, this is like kind of out of order, but you know, opinions change. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Super Hot VR, easily the best VR game I've ever played. Honestly, I would consider it great. Yeah. Okay. I'm happy with that. The Darkness, very fun game. I would talk about it more, but I'm in a rush. Yeah. Legend of Korra. This is a platinum game. If you like the platinum formula, it's wonderful. It's got Korra, and it actually has like its own little unique story. So if you're a big Avatar fan, I would say it's worth playing. It's supposed to be like a little mini game though. You beat it in a couple hours. I would say right there. Yeah. To the Moon is a great game. Don't really remember it too much, to be honest, though. Go watch my review, though. Uncharted 4, the best Uncharted game. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Uncharted 3, still a great game. I'm doing this in the wrong order. Uncharted 1. I played this first. It just didn't blow me away that much. Probably put it here. Yeah. Uncharted 2, which I know a lot of people was like, oh, it's the best video game of all. No, it's really good. It's not that great though. Say it's like, yeah, about right there. Well, no, it's better than these. Yeah. I'll put it above Child of Eden, even though I don't want to. The third one, even better than that. I think the Uncharted games just get better and better. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Lost Legacy is even better than that. It's about on par with 4, but more of an attachment to the story in 4. Say... yeah, I'd put it about right there. I think that's fair. Walking Dead. The first time I played this game, like this is like the first time I played like a Telltale kind of game. The story, like, it didn't make me cry, but it's about as close as I'm going to. Season 2 didn't hit quite the same for me. Put right there. By the time we hit season 3, I don't give a shit anymore. Yeah. Wolf Among Us. It's about the same. It's still really fun though. I'm interested to see more. They kind of ended it a little early on terms of where the story was. Okay. Thankfully, all these WWE games are pretty much going to the same fucking spot. This one is actually a little bit better. 2008 was actually a really fun game because you could do the general manager mode, which I had fun memories with. Put that one a little bit higher. You're welcome, WWE. The other ones, though, I did play these back in the day, so I'll at least put them in mid. If I had more time, I'd probably like properly insert them, but I don't really remember them like that. This one was actually really good. I remember just shooting where I think it would go real fast. Put it like right there. XCOM Enemy Unknown is a great game. I think I'm happy with that. Yeah. Saints R2 should be a little bit higher. Okay. This one I don't remember, so we're just gonna put it the best spot I think it could be. Falsebound Kingdom I actually do remember. I had some fun times with that, but you know, nothing crazy. This Yu Yu Hakusho game is actually really fun. I played this actually before I watched the anime, or like when I was just catching it on Toonami. Put it right here. Link's Crossbow Training. This is not a game. And last but not least, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, God tier, baby. Top 10 games. I'm gonna, again, my opinions have shifted a little bit just as time has gone on. Nostalgia. I need to dump more hours into it, that's all. Because it is a phenomenal game that deserves it. Can't wait for the goddamn sequel, and that was the ranking of like 200 games or so. Literally hundreds, more like thousands of hours put into all these goddamn things. You can look at them all right there. Look at them all. Pretty crazy, right? I'm gonna put my little ranking brain is like, nope, that's wrong actually. I could probably tweak some of these if I had more time, but I got to get going. If you are watching this on YouTube, let me know how trash my opinion is and what you would change about it. And you said what? Oh yeah, we have the first critic back here. But thank you for watching as always. I'll see you guys later, and until next time, with that, I leave you.